When your cat reaches out and places a paw on you, it can seem like a tiny, harmless thing. Cute. Sweet. Maybe even a little amusing. But that small gesture often carries far more meaning than most people realise. In many cases, it is one of the clearest emotional signals your cat gives you. And the surprising part is that a lot of owners respond in ways that accidentally interrupt a moment their cat was actually trying to build. So let's begin with the first reason cats do this. Sometimes, your cat wants something, but they do not want to ask in a loud or dramatic way. You may notice a soft paw on your arm while you are eating, typing, or sitting on the couch. That is usually not random at all. Your cat is trying to get your attention, but unlike dogs, who often bark, whine, or push themselves directly into your space, cats are usually more measured. They reach out with a controlled little tap. That touch is often their version of saying, "Hey, I need something." It is subtle, deliberate, and surprisingly respectful. And that matters, because cats did not evolve to communicate with people in the same direct way dogs did. Even meowing is something cats seem to use far more with humans than with each other. Pawing, though, comes from a more natural form of body language. It is quiet, low-pressure communication. It says, "I'm here. I need something. And I trust you enough to ask gently first." And that trust is more important than it looks. Because cats do not use this kind of contact with just anyone. If your cat chooses a soft paw instead of endless meowing or restless behaviour, it often means they believe you will understand before they have to make a bigger fuss. But sometimes the meaning goes beyond wanting food, attention, or help. Sometimes that paw is part of a much deeper bond. In some moments, your cat may actually be claiming you. Most people think feline affection only shows up through purring, head rubbing, or following you from room to room. But the paw has its own special role. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads, and when they press that paw onto your skin, clothing, or even your face, they may be doing more than touching you. They may be leaving behind a scent message, not in a hostile way, but in a deeply personal one. It is almost like your cat is quietly saying, "This person belongs in my safe world." Cats mark what matters to them. And when they choose you, that little gesture becomes much more than cute. It becomes personal. Another reason your cat places a paw on you is one that many people never stop to consider. Sometimes, your cat is not asking for anything at all. Sometimes, they are checking on you. If you have ever been lying still on the couch or asleep in bed and suddenly felt a paw rest on your chest, shoulder, or face, it may not have been about food or attention. It may have been your cat trying to make sure you were okay. Cats are incredibly tuned in to physical cues. They notice breathing patterns, body movement, shifts in posture, and the little signals humans usually ignore. When you go still for a long time, especially during sleep, those familiar signals fade. From your cat's point of view, that change can feel unusual, so they investigate. A gentle paw on your chest may be their way of sensing the rise and fall of your breathing. A light tap on your face may be their attempt to get a response. Some animal behavior experts describe this as a kind of quiet wellness check. And what makes it even more meaningful is that cats usually reserve this behavior for people they feel deeply connected to. They do not typically do it with strangers or casual visitors. They do it with the person they trust and depend on most. So the next time your cat wakes you with a soft tap, it may help to see it a little differently. Your cat may not be interrupting you. They may be making sure their favourite human is still there. This behaviour can also be traced back to something much older in your cat's emotional memory. Long before your cat ever lived in your home, when they were still a tiny kitten, relying entirely on their mother, they learned to use their paws as part of comfort and survival. During nursing, kittens rhythmically press their paws against their mother's body to help stimulate milk flow. This motion, often linked to needing, is not only about food, it becomes tied to safety, warmth, calm, and closeness. Even as cats grow older, that emotional association does not disappear, it stays with them. So when your adult cat gently places a paw on you and then settles down beside you, closes their eyes, or relaxes into sleep, they may be reconnecting with that same deep feeling of security. In that moment, you are more than the person who fills the food bowl or opens the door. You are part of the environment where they feel protected enough to fully relax. And there is another moment when cats often reach out with a paw that feels almost uncanny once you notice it. Have you ever seen your cat touch you right before you stand up? Right before you leave the couch? Or just before you walk away? That is rarely an accident. Cats are experts at reading tiny body signals. They can detect subtle changes in posture, muscle tension, and breathing that suggest movement before it even happens. When they place a paw on you at exactly that moment, they are often making a quiet request for just a little more time. A soft attempt to hold the connection a moment longer. This is not clinginess in the way people often imagine. It is connection. It means your cat knows your routine well enough to recognize when you are about to leave. And instead of simply watching you go, they reach out in the gentlest way they know. But there is one final meaning behind this behavior, and it may be the most powerful of all. Earlier, we talked about how a paw can be a request, a signal of affection, or even a check-in. But when your cat places their paw on you and leaves it there calmly, with a relaxed body and no obvious urgency, something deeper is happening. In that moment, your cat is doing something that actually goes against part of their natural survival design. Cats are built for quick reaction. Their bodies are made for speed, balance, and instant escape. In the wild, keeping all four paws available helps them respond immediately to possible danger. So when a cat lifts one paw and rests it on you instead, they are giving up a little of that readiness. It may look like a tiny action, but for a cat, it carries weight. It is their quiet way of saying, I feel safe enough with you to let my guard drop. They are choosing closeness over caution, and that choice matters, because cats are not animals that naturally hand over trust easily. Unlike species that depend heavily on group protection, cats evolve to rely on themselves. They hide weakness, stay alert, and avoid unnecessary risk. That is why trust from a cat often appears in such small, easy-to-miss moments. A relaxed paw resting on your arm, chest, or leg is one of those moments. It means your cat is not preparing to run. They are choosing to stay. That kind of trust is not created overnight. It builds slowly through repeated experiences, gentle interactions, predictable routines, calm response, safe spaces. Over time, your presence becomes part of what your cat's mind associates with comfort and security. And once that happens, their behavior starts to change in subtle but beautiful ways. They become more open, more relaxed, more willing to share those quiet signals that say more than loud behavior ever could. That is why this little gesture matters so much. It is not just random contact. It is not just a habit. It is a form of communication, layered with emotion, memory, and trust. And once you begin recognizing it, your relationship with your cat starts to feel different. You stop seeing these moments as small interruptions and start seeing them as invitations. Invitations into the emotional world your cat rarely shows openly. So the next time your cat places a paw on you, pause before brushing it off. That tiny touch may be your cat asking, claiming, checking, remembering, or simply saying, in the quietest possible way, that they feel safe with you. And for a creature as careful and independent as a cat, that says more than most people ever realize.